Thank you for tuning in to Ronnie TV podcast, local news and international news. Let's begin. The board of Turning Point USA unanimously elected Erika Kirk, wife of Charlie Kirk, as the new CEO and chair of the board of TPUSA. In public statements and at her husband's memorial, she has expressed forgiveness toward the accused shooter, invoking her Christian faith and stating it was what she believes Charlie would have done. We continue suspended from the airwaves after comments about Charlie Kirk's assassination. American host Jimmy Kimmel returned to ABC. The network decided to reinstate him following the controversy surrounding his departure. More news: Governor Gavin Newsom signed an energy affordability and climate package aimed at balancing climate goals with concerns about energy costs. It includes extending cap and trade, renamed Cap and Invest, through 2045. The package addresses wildfire prevention, funding for utility companies impacted by wildfires. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has thrown support behind Proposition 50, an initiative to redraw U.S. congressional districts in California. Proponents say it's a way to counter perceived gerrymandering. Opponents say it amounts to partisan power shifts. We continue. The 2025 Naturalization Civics Test will have more potential questions from 100 to 128, and test takers will be asked 20 randomly selected questions instead of 10. To pass, they'll need to answer 12 of them correctly instead of 6, as in the old test. Like the older one, it's still an oral test given by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services officer. More news: a gunman opened fire at an ICE facility in Dallas, killing 2 detainees and critically injuring another before dying by suicide. The site was found to have bullet casings marked with anti-ICE messages, indicating a possibly ideologically motivated attack. Lisa Janine Findley was sentenced to 4 years and 9 months in prison for masterminding a near-perfect scam to defraud Elvis Presley's heirs by making them believe Lisa Marie Presley had gambled on and lost the legendary mansion. The 75th richest person in the world, billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott, has just made a historic donation of $70 million to provide scholarships for Black students. This sum is in addition to the $10 million already donated by Jeff Bezos' ex-wife in 2021. We continue. French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte will present scientific and photographic evidence to a U.S. court to prove Brigitte Macron was born a woman. The complaint, filed in Delaware Superior Court, focuses on an 8-part YouTube podcast Becoming Brigitte's Couple, claimed the series spread verifiably false and devastating lies, including that Ms. Macron was born under the name Jean-Michel Trogneux and transitioned to female, and that the Macrons are blood relatives committing incest. More news: a house in the Hollywood Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles was reportedly searched as part of an investigation into the human remains that were found in a car that was registered to David. The 15-year-old girl, Celeste Rivas, was identified through forensics. The cause of death is still unknown, and the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner is working to determine how Rivas died. We continue. Jerry Greenfield, the co-founder of Ben & Jerry Ice Cream, which launched in 1978, announced his departure from the company after 47 years. In a lengthy statement shared by his longtime partner Ben Cohen, the man explained his decision by a deep disagreement with Unilever, the Anglo-Dutch multinational that has owned the ice cream company since 2000. More news: in United States versus Google LLC, 2020, Judge Mehta ruled that Google had violated Section 2 of the Sherman Antitrust Act, which prohibits monopolization and attempts to monopolize. After determining Google had illegally maintained a monopoly, Meta issued remedies, penalties in the sense of legal corrective orders, intended to reduce Google's unfair advantages, restore competitive conditions, and prevent future anti-competitive behavior. That's the conclusion. Dondon 604 editorial will be next. Stay tuned to Padnet TV.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Thank you, people who tune in to Ronnie TV podcast. I'm your host, Don604. Again, we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. Yeah, we had also tumultuous, week, on the news also. We're going to go ahead and talk about the cancellation and the back on the air of Jimmy Kimmel. And also, I hear that name, Jasmine Crockett. That woman, she's feisty. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. And let me tell you, for those of you who's watching me, listen to me with your smartphone, with your TV, and I salute you. And, and also we're going to talk about that wonderful woman, Erika Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. So stay tuned, and let me go ahead and let you know the awesome stuff I was able to do because I am a member of Padnet TV, and I don't fool around. I want the real McCoy. If you want to be involved in television and broadcasting and know how to shoot, know how to produce, know how to talk, you just have to go ahead and call them and go to 1617 West Victoria Street. They're located in Long Beach. 117 Victoria Street. So it's Padnet TV. They're the hub. They will teach you. You're gonna have a lot of stuff from them. You're gonna gain a lot of stuff. You're gonna gain confidence. You're gonna gain networking. You're gonna gain awesome people, And let me go ahead and shout out to all the people involved at Padnet, Kyle, Sergio, Mike, everybody. Even for those I forgot, even when you come at the 117 West Victoria, there's a receptionist. They're so awesome. You put your name in the book and you sign in and out. They're the back end of that studio. Let me go ahead and take a quick break and come back after these messages. Thank you for tuning. Thank you. I'm back, Yes, let's go ahead and directly to the, to the news. What is, let me go get some scuffle right of the top. If you don't like my podcast, if you don't like what I do, my sauce, please get your own sauce. Let's go get back at the what we came to do. And you introduce you feeling by the Ronnie TV podcast, So what we learned from the Jimmy Kimmel, because he's back on the track. So I lost my show too. I'm not trying to compare me with him. I'm little. I can't even get into his accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be humble, but I'm a different beast. He's a different beast, that guy, because he's got the white network with him. He's got big people with him. I'm a fighter. I'm a hustler. I'm a survivor. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to compare me and him, but I lost my show before. I never get it back. You know what I'm saying? So I lost my show before. But him, wow. Apparently, it's the people who start to disconnect with all the the app of Disney, Hulu, all that. They told, hey, let's go disconnect ourselves. Let's go, unsubscribe, cancel our subscription. So the people, apparently it's the people who bring him back. The people bring him back. So yeah, Jimmy, and he said Jimmy was fired several times too, Jimmy was fired several times. So most likely he was on Comedy Central, late night TV. So he said he's got a humor of awareness. He's got an awareness. He's got that how could I say that authenticity, and he's got a connection with the people. You know what I'm saying? So his honesty make him relatable. You know what I'm saying? He's genuine, and he's building loyal audience. So yeah, he started. People, take a risk. They say it's the longest running late night show, around 20 years, and 2003 they're launching Jimmy Kimmel Live. So yeah, it was like really sad when we heard, I'm sure big people lost their position too, especially on TV. But the one thing, I applaud him, I like him, I'm watching him too, but the one thing I'm going to talk to all these people from Hollywood. Sometimes they're in the bubble. Sometimes they wear their glasses. They say, oh, I live it up the hill. I live it up the hills. But remember that one day you got to wipe your own ass. I know you're already doing that. But one day you're going to fall down so down, you didn't know what happened. How could I arrive there? Sometimes it's not because you're drinking. Sometimes it's not because, sometimes it's because the times changing. So Jimmy, when they canceled him, I had a feed and the algorithms showed me like, oh, he's doing cooking. I said, oh, now he's doing a cooking show. So that lesson to learn about that, you guys, the internet is for the people. Don't get me wrong. It's not for the big corporation that I could put my hand on fire. The internet is not for the big corporation. It's for the people. So if you want to reach out to people, get your own podcast. Do your own podcast. Do your own TV show. Do your own web series. Do your own movie on the internet. I'm not trying to say, don't use those big networks, those big platforms, but sometimes they're shady. They don't have how could I say that, loyalty. They're trying to go into the big box, and they're not organic, So yeah, Jimmy decided also he's going to get his podcast, but it's gotta be a long time due, So you should think about that, Jimmy. I'm talking to you straight up from the gutter, from my mini studio. So yeah, you should think about that. You guys, aka superstar, thinking you're all there, but sometimes you gotta feel you gotta feel the heat. So yeah, he came back. We're glad he came back on the air. So we're really glad. The lesson learned we have on that is like, so the persistence pay off. He's versatile, so he could change. He could decide, okay, hey, you want to cut me off? I'm going to go ahead and be with my kids, be with my family, start to do a cooking show, a recipe. I heard he said he was doing a recipe. And authenticity builds trust. So he's honest. And also he's taking risks too, So if you say I want to go to Padne, and I want to go to Padne, and you never go there. So what's the use saying you're going to Padne? So yeah, Jimmy took some risk, and now for you, big platform, respect the small people, because we building stars. It's not you anymore. It's not the big platform. Yeah, you paying them. You paying them because the sponsorship and all that. It seems like it's big, but you're nothing without the people who's watching those shows. Okay? That's being said, we're going to take a quick break and come back again. Thank you to tune in to Ronnie TV Podcast. I'm your host, Don 604. We back. So, let's talk to another subject because we don't have a lot of time. We got 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine Crockett. She's a wonderful woman. I'm saying she's a wonderful. She's feisty. She got authenticity. You know, she's the only person who have a voice. You know, saying what she don't like, she don't like. What she like, she like. You know, she used to be a freedom fighter too. She's still a freedom fighter. But because I'm referring because they're trying to vote for Charlie, to get a vote. I don't know the man like that, but apparently on the social media, I want to tell you the truth. So he was speaking bad about black people, DEI, and civil rights movement. So I don't know if I'm saying bad stuff about the white people and I'm dying, and then you guys gonna give me a day of Ronnie TV Day. I don't think that will work. So it's only on white people that will work, you know. But Jasmine was against that, and what she's saying also, the experience, like, they cut off all those black stuff, those black achievement. The only people who knows when you're cutting on black achievement is a black person. And she was saying there was only 58 Democrats who vote against, the Charlie days. But you got at least 95 Democrat wasn't supporting, and around 215 Republican who vote yes. So total will be 310 people voting yes. So that's really like, I gotta, could I say that I'm gonna be I'm going to be like politically correct again, because only on white people you're going to see that. It's like they're pretending they're not all white people. I want to say not all white people, please. I grew up, where I grew up in Canada, and I got one of my best friend, my best girlfriend, white. Everybody white close to me. I'm from the era of we create that bridge. We friends with the white people. We love them. I love them. So I'm just saying to honoring somebody who was talking bad about any Latino, a brown race, black race, and people voting, let's put him a date. So I wish I'm gonna start like, I wish, there's only white privilege. I'm sure it's only white privilege you could do that. And white people have to stop brainwash. They have to stop brainwash other people, because all that building America, it was with the small people. It was with the native, the black, the Latino. And all of you also were immigrant. You guys were immigrant from what your sticky accent, your English accent. You know, you were eating potatoes. You had a famine, and you came to America look for the pot of gold. You know what I'm saying? But now you all like thinking you made it, and then you say, "Oh, go back home, go back home." You guys make me you make me laugh. We in the age of information. People knows how America was created. People knows how you from. You from the boat. Put it straight. You guys from the boat. Don't try to deny that. You from the boat, and that's your story. I'm from an airplane. I came by an airplane. So all of you came from the boat. After the war, they let you a chance to come. The Second World War. I'm not gonna try to go to put your story in your mind, but you know where you're from and you know where that happened. So you're trying to erase what black people do, what brown people do, what immigrant do. You guys got to stop that, because your kids gonna go with that person you ate. Your kids gonna get a family with that person you ate. That I could put my hand in the fire. So this is what it is. We gotta start putting hate. We gotta start putting hate. If they vote, they want to vote. Yes, they could vote. But the one thing I don't understand is the people in power. They don't say nothing. We don't have people who have, hey, that's not good what you're saying. No, you got to change that. That's not good. So I see also on social media, like news, about the big man, like really, funny stuff. But if I was me, I would be the same thing. I will hate that, but if I was me, I will change that. Trying to change, hey, why they don't like me? Let me change that. Let me try to change that. Because you remember back in the days with friends, like let's go take a quick break and we come back. Let's take a quick break, because I put too much stuff in your mind, but it's good. Jimmy Kimmel came back. He's gonna make us laugh, and yes, and Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. And you have a wonderful woman who's going to take care of what you left, your legacy. So you're lucky. Put it this way, you're lucky. We're back after these messages. Thank you to people to tune in. Thank you people to tune in to Ronnie TV Podcast. I'm your host, Don 604. So yeah, we're saying most likely, Jimmy came back, and at least they understood. But I don't know if it's about the money, but Mickey Mouse was losing a lot of money, and they decided to bring it back, Jimmy. So, but Jimmy also, you got to wake up, get your own podcast. You never know. And hopefully Colbert will be back also. All the, comedian who's doing TV, they're trying to bring him back, say even if he was a black person, I don't know if they're gonna bring back Arsenio. I don't know, but it's so polarized, and I don't know who's control the industry, but they gotta the industry got to be shift. You got to lose everything to start over. We got to lose everything to start over. The people on top have to fail so they could come back, a new era. Yeah, I was saying when we came back, like they had guillotined, King Louis XVI during the French Revolution. So they say treason, they hang him by treason, blah, blah, blah. Conspiracy with foreign power against France and engaging counter-revolution activities, So, because the leadership and the decision, and so he had the inability to grasp the need for a compromise before the revolution awakening. I don't know if we're going to have a revolution in United States, but sometime our revolution will be, what I'm thinking, it's mostly a revolution of intellect, the intellectual revolution, and also all the small people will gonna get into the revolution, get part of the big pie. What's the big pie? They want to get better job. They're gonna create their own company. They're gonna have their own money, because some people say, "Oh, we don't want them. We don't want to hire them. We don't want to do that." So they're trying to, don't give them access. They got to start over. The better people who from the gutter, the mud, they're the one who's gonna rise. They can't stop. You cannot stop a willing person who's going to walk. If you stop him to going to school, you don't want they go to school with certain population, they will stop. They will not stop to having their own dreams. Look at me, look at Jimmy Kimmel, look at other people. There's bigger story than me, than Jimmy Kimmel, who succeed, who rise up. I'm just saying, if the big men could listen, and I don't know if I don't hate him, me for sure, I don't hate him. I think he's a funny guy. He's a man. He's a little bit macho, but he's a man. So hopefully the people, the one I don't like, it's the people who suck into him. Like there's people who own, who's affluent, who's got money. They want his favor. Be honest. You were against him when he was not popular, and now you're trying to suck his dick. Yes, I say it. You're trying to suck his dick just to have his favor. So, big man, you got to be careful on these people. They're not your friend. So, it's like that. It's so fake. So people are really fake around him. You hate him so much. Why are you voting for him? This is the tragedy of Shakespearean. You hate him so much. Why you voted him? Come on. Why? Yeah. So that's what I don't understand. People are hypocrites. So, mommy, if it was you, what you will do? So, I'm just want to say, help him to grow. Whatever you're trying to do, help him to grow, but don't kiss ass. If it's no good, you say it's no good, try change that. I will help you to change that. But that's being said, I love what Jasmine did. Like, I don't want to talk about Democrat. They so, like I was saying, they look like, spaghetti al dente. Look for spaghetti al dente. This all the Democrat they are. They like clumsy, like spaghetti al dente. They don't have backbones. They just like taking their check. They got big money, and then they can be like trying to you're gonna vote for me. No. People should stop voting for Democrat people. Focus and building a new party like the other guy was saying. But I'm not trying to tell you what to do, because like I said, I just want you to we for a moment, and that hurt. We're going to live for a moment, like 80 years old. Some people go faster. I got friends who died before, they reach 20, 25, But while we in that land, we gotta understand each other. We gotta talk to each other. We gotta love each other. That's what's the main thing. Maybe that's the purpose. That's the lesson we gotta learn in life. And sometimes it's not about the money. And like one rapper used to say, they got so much billion and they cannot solve the poverty in the world. I do not understand that. So, it's a wonderful show. This is my editorial. So you don't have to be like politically correct. You don't have to accept my thoughts. But I respect if you listen to me. I say thank you to tune into Ronnie TV podcast. I'm glad you on the channel. So if I could enlighten you, if I could spark electricity in your mind, it's very good. But I'm not there to create hate. I'm not there to incite to violence. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. So that's being said, we're gonna cut the chase, and I see you. Be blessed. I'm out.